All right, you guys, we're back. Thanks for staying tuned in. Catch this second half. Mike, go here. Let me grab the weapon. This is our new LRAD.
Yeah, tell them about the concept we had. I started this riff about how we traded in our rifles for megaphones because the voice of the people should be louder than the crack of a rifle or the shot of a cannon. So then James takes it to where we traded in our whats for our whats?
We traded in our LRADs for megaphones and our rifles for long lens cameras.
Yeah.
Or digital cameras, DSLs.
Yeah.
I don't know, however you want to say it.
Rockets and rifles, basically.
I haven't quite formatted the same.
He's got the camera instead of the rifle, and I got
weapons
this,
of peace instead of weapons of war.
And I got this instead of the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Because that's what we got in America right now.
You're viewing the primary weapon. This is our secondary weapon, or vice versa.
They support each other.
Yeah,
they support
supporting
each other.
Weapons of peace. So
and thanks to Save Community College San Francisco for inadvertently letting me walk off with your bullhorn.
It looks cool. That had
been entrusted to me anyways. You know. Because it's like you guys use it once a month and let it sit in your car trunk, you know, or you can give it to me to use every day to blast the establishment. And we were thinking about just picking out targets here in Santa Cruz, like Baby Gap, Urban Outfitters, yada yada. He's gonna scream at Ben and Jerry's for selling out. I think they're owned by Nestle now. I'd need to double check that, James, but I read something to the effect that the great countercultural icons of...
He's going to Office Max.
Yeah.
World Market. Anyway, let's get back on point here. We were talking about your wound before the quick break there, and the medication.
Yeah, I'd like to pick up some iodine and some gauze wraps. The Band-Aids, they unravel.
So we're probably looking at like another $15-20. I'm gonna probably go
$15-20 to keep it.
I'm probably for another 3 or 4 days.
I want to be able to dress the wound.
Well, you've been doing it 3 times a day.
Yeah, for the same
3 to 4
amount of time that I take the antibiotics.
I've been making him do it 3 to 4 times a day. He was putting iodine on it.
Yes, dear.
You know, field dressings. This is. Some people say that this is not war or this is war. I can tell you, as somebody that knows the difference between war and peace,
it's definitely a struggle.
This is a war for the homeless living on the street, and the police harass them.
Yeah,
you get
there are casualties of war.
You get other weird people coming along, you know, the psychos that should be in maybe a mental institution, swinging chains at you, injuring you. Yeah. You know, so it is a war out here, and right now we're operating on a limited basis. This is an old Droid phone that I have. I have a used DSLR camera. I mean, I'm doing what we're doing to bring you whatever information we can from the field here is really limited. We're trying to do our best we can. If you go to Mike's website, Occupy Veterans San Francisco, that's an online donation. My donation links are down for now.
Yes.
So I've changed all my donation links on my website, independentcitizenmedia.weebly.com, to Mike's donation link if you wanted to make an online donation.
On the Weebly
we do have safe houses, as it would be, where you can send donations to, but you would need to contact us via email if you wanted to send us something like socks or a medical kit.
Support.
You know, we've pretty much we're set now for, you know, a few things. We're putting together a list of items that we'll need along the march, and probably going to have detailed places of where we're going. We're not.
Yes.
The time schedule is.
Yeah, the time schedule is fairly
kind
broad.
of open-ended. Yes.
What I've done is I'm working backwards from May, and what we've done is we've said, well, May is December, January, February, March, April, May. 5 months. That means I've broken the United States into 5 little bands, and we're going to cover all the VFP and veteran events. Grassroots protests,
we'll cover any protests we come across.
Political action all political action, all grassroots activism,
and putting together
all community
the documentary
organizing needs constant support. we have to put us, we'll fly this flag everywhere.
And if you know somebody somewhere that has a safe place for us to charge up batteries and take a shower somewhere along the way, hit us up. The emails are on the websites. You can contact either one of us or both of us. But we'll be bringing this flag to a town near you hopefully soon.
And
if not sooner, it'll be later.
Would like to stress to the viewers who just joined us, and some of the things James and I were talking about were we're at a point in our journey. So this point in the journey means that we're working out our logistics plan. We've got 5 months before we want to hit the location, Scott Camille's house. It means we have 5 segments of the country that we're gonna try to cover as broadly as possible. So material donations, if you want to send it to us and you don't want to do it by proxy to your local homeless veteran, putting socks in Ziplocs with granola bars and water bottles and handing those out on a local level. If you want to help us out materially, you can attach a note to your donation on my Weebly site, and you can also contact us via email so we can work out our safe houses and our pickup points for things that you want to mail us. In San Francisco, locally, it's at Swords to Plowshares.
Swords to Plowshares in San Francisco is 1060 Howard Avenue,
San Francisco, California, 94103. They do regularly expect packages for either James or I, but we're not in San Francisco. So part of the job I'm doing for the march is to reach out ahead of time, put the feelers in the next town, and set up that infrastructure so that James and I can go there. Santa Cruz, we had to book San Francisco pretty quickly, and then we had the San Jose deal where we got hung up in the mountains because my bikes got stolen. And that reduced our speed by probably 50 miles a day. So we need to get the bikes replaced. James has some ideas about electric bikes,
a camera,
regenerative motors.
For point of view, I need
batteries.
I had a camera stolen.
Always batteries for the beast.
Actually, I had 2 cameras stolen. Both of them were point of view cameras. I don't like GoPro. I use Contour. If you really like point of view cameras for personal use, I recommend Contour over GoPro. And as a matter of fact, if there's any Contour reps watching, hey man, we could use at least 2 of those cameras. I need a Roam and a Contour Plus.
That was a nice piece of work too, that Contour.
I love that camera. It's nice and sleek on the side of your head. You can attach it to, I've got a Wi-Fi device I can attach it to that'll broadcast live. So the viewers would be seeing a 170 degree view, more or less what I'm seeing.
When we have the tools we need to do our job,
some of my older videos have that.
And there's a noticeable difference in quality.
But
we want to stress that our Occupy brothers and sisters out there, whether they're housed up fighting for their homes or they're living on the streets fighting for their own sleeping bags and a place to live, the Occupy really counts on each other, because we're here in Santa Cruz trying to reach out to Occupy Santa Cruz, and it's kind of like they're not really around.
We've met a lot of occupants.
Occupiers
in Santa Cruz, and it's a cool place. It kind of reminds me of Boulder, Colorado. A little bit of San Francisco here in Santa Cruz. It's a little, it's all right. It's kind of a quaint little town. It's kind of snooty. There's a little,
we want to stress to the veterans.
There's some nose in the air, and there is a lot of veterans. And what do we hear? A 30% increase in a homeless population here in Santa Cruz in the last year. 30% in Santa Cruz in the last year.
There's plenty of grist for the propaganda mill on our end. But the fact remains that the more efficient, high quality tools we have, the better off we are in the mission. And that mission is basically for whoever can't do it. We've taken that mantle of responsibility. I feel that we've both righteously earned it, and like my megaphones, I've been through a series of these things, and I like the black piles. You can plug your iPhone into it, and like there was a really neat demonstration at one of the prison solidarity Guantanamo marches, and Mumia Al-Jabbar had recorded a message to be played at this demonstration, and the guy just whipped out his phone and plugged a megaphone into it, and I was like, dude, that's sick. Plus it's black, you know, and you could plug an iPod into the thing. And you know, I've been working with Radio Shack, the great Tesco company. With these things are basically $99.99 and loaded with batteries.
Stop dropping it.
You get out of there for $119, and I've ripped through 5 of these things.
Yeah, batteries are
stolen
important.
by the cops. They get beat up. They're pretty hardy, but batteries.
It's one of the things we go through a lot.
So what we want you to do is go to your local veterans center, your veterans service office, your veterans memorial, your VFW hall. I will be making contact with all these organizations around the country. All you need to do is drop off a package for us at your local VFP chapter, Veterans Hall, Veterans Media Center. Don't take it anywhere near the VA.
You're in communication with them.
And we will chat with you. We've had some.
Check out the emails. Get in touch. They can
We
get in touch
update our
directly with you. You know.
Occupirate at Gmail. OCCUPIRATE.
Just like it sounds.
At Gmail. And you know, the thing is, I need to be able to do more like long range check, because for example with the Santa Cruz, the way we had to leave San Francisco and San Jose.
3-minute warning.
Thank you, James.
You're welcome.
We were rushed a little bit. So Santa Cruz wasn't completely prepared for us. We missed the fucking VFP meeting by one night. And the next one is in Santa Barbara. So I basically got to chase these things around until there's one like every week somewhere. And that's part of my goal with the Nomad chapter, is to bypass a lot of the bylaws that limit the participation of veterans in organizations such as Veterans for Peace.
Sounds good to me. I agree.
Trying to talk the rest of the country into it.
Look for us coming to a town near you, and get in touch. Check out the rest of the videos, and anything else? Oh,
peace, love, and amoxicillin.
I guess a real quick announcement. I'm probably going to be making a new station.
Yeah.
Because things are a little wanky with YouTube, and I'm having some troubles. They separated my account, and I've got videos going to one account and going to another account, and I'm like, no, this isn't going to work. I'm going to try to tie everything up with one name, probably the media name or some sort of acronym of that, for a new YouTube and Ustream station. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll let you guys know what the new station is and stuff once we get that going, and we'll see you next time. We'll give you an update as soon as possible. Next Wi-Fi location.
Hi, Jordan.
Check the website. We've been posting photos and some quick update reports as we've been along the way.
Yeah.
So thanks for tuning in. Peace, love, and solidarity from Santa Cruz, California.
Give it up. There you go. Right on. Organic. Don't panic. Keep it organic.
Right.